celebrate the children we serve. Log on now for tickets.
When my kids were growing up, one of the most fun parts about our house was the pool in the backyard. All the neighborhood kids would come down and enjoy cooling off on those hot summertime days and perfect their backflip and their in the pool somersaults. But for those who might not know how to swim, this time of year can be a real concern. So aren't we lucky this morning to have Brooke Bernhardt on the show? She is here representing both the Chattanooga Chamber of Commerce, but more specifically, a new business called the British Swim School. So nice to see you this morning, Brooke.
Nice to see you.
And I think this is fascinating because I did things the old-fashioned way with my kids, where they would get in the pool with me and I would teach them some basic strokes, and we did lessons at the YMCA and that kind of thing. With the British Swim School, you're taking babies as well as adults, and you're first teaching them simply survival in the water. Is that right?
Yeah, so we start as young as 3 months, and we have quite a few babies already who are just loving the program. And our goal is to teach them, if they were to jump in or be dropped in the water, how to roll to their back and float. And by teaching these swim lessons, it significantly decreases the risk of drowning.
You know, there has long been that debate kind of among people about whether or not there's this natural ability that we all have to swim, or if it does have to be a taught thing. I saw something online the other day, a video of this dad with his tiny baby son, and he dropped him into the water and then videoed it as he went under the water and watched as his son began to swim back up to the top. Is that kind of the belief that there is just this natural ability that we have?
So I think that's awesome. I think babies do love the water. Most of them naturally do. I think they do require some instruction in how to swim and how to roll over and float. But I learned to swim at 3 months personally, and I was just such a strong swimmer. Growing up, I love the water. I became a lifeguard when I was 16, and I was just so grateful that from early on, my parents prioritized swimming lessons and keeping me safe.
And I should say, I realized I didn't do a very good job of setting up that video that I saw, because the dad was right there. His son was never in danger because he could bring him right up out of the water. But how do you do it with an infant in these classes? Are the parents in the water with their baby?
Yes, so we have two focuses, water safety, but also child development. So all of our instructors, they're singing with the babies, they're doing fun activities and games in the water. So it's not an experience where your child is screaming the whole time, where they're unhappy. Instead, most of them love it. And for our first 2 levels of lessons for babies and toddlers under the age of 3, the mom or dad is in the water with them the whole time.
You also have a great approach, I think, which is that each participant will go at his or her own pace, so that you have, I guess, a low teacher to student ratio to kind of accommodate that. Is that right?
Yes, so no class has more than 4 students per instructor, and then we're very unique in that we don't set a time or an amount of sessions for each level. But instead, there's 5 goals in every level, and then the children or babies advance at their own pace. So if one child loves the water, it's very possible they can just keep soaring through the levels at their own pace, while we also have a water acclimation level for children who are afraid of the water. The whole level is just focusing on making them comfortable, giving them confidence, and helping them see that the water is a fun place.
I'm trying to think back to when my kids were little, that sometimes they would get in that water and they were scared at first. It can be a new experience for some babies especially. So with your classes, do you come just once a week, or can you come multiple times in a week to kind of get that acclimation moving along faster?
Yes, so we recommend twice a week, but we do have packages as well with just once a week. But we find that if they come twice a week, they learn 3 times as fast.
Wow. I know I keep focusing on the children and the young children, but there are a lot of adults out there who don't know how to swim. They too can benefit from these classes?
Yes, so we have 3 adults right now. We just started May 1st, so we're a very new business in Chattanooga, But the program and the teaching style has been around for a very long time, and the founder actually instructed Olympic swimmers. So it's a very amazing program focused on survival and child development. But yes, the adults that we have so far are loving it.
And I am kind of, again, probably painting the not quite accurate picture, because I do think that the survival side of it is very unique. But once you've done that and you've mastered that, if you want to move on through and perfect your swimming skills and strokes, you teach the full gamut of lessons, right?
Yes, we prepare them to be competitive swimmers for swim teams or training for Olympic training or high school training, whatever they want to swim for.
So you mentioned that you were a lifeguard when you were 16. Can you imagine not having had a love of the water as part of your life?
I can't imagine it. I've been a lifeguard for 12 years. I'm a lifeguard instructor, and I love swimming. It's just such a huge part of who I am.
I'm talking to you this morning from my bonus room at my house. I don't know if everything that just happened got caught on camera or not, but my dog just stepped on my ring light. So if you saw my screen all of a sudden go dark, my apologies to you for that, but that is the life that we live these days. She clearly wants to be let out for a minute. In terms of signing up for classes, Brooke, do people go online? Can they come by and see the facility before they join? How does that work?
Yes, so we recommend going to britishswimschool.com/Chattanooga. We also have a Facebook page if you look up British Swim School Chattanooga. And we really obviously just recommend coming by because we are a great, unique swimming program.
And what is British swim exactly? Is that just simply the fact that you learn the survival first?
So Rita Goldberg was the founder of the program, and she was British. So she founded the program, and we kept that name, but there are many other British swim schools in the United States.
Okay, well, it was very delightful to have you on the show this morning. Thank you so much for your time, and I can't believe y'all just opened in May. That is fantastic that you're already getting this kind of a response from the community.
Yes, thank you so much for the opportunity to be on here and talk with you.
It's a pleasure to have you. So again, this is one more example too of how the Chattanooga Chamber of Commerce is so diverse here in our community, but you can find them at the British Swim School, the information there on your screen. And whether you are 3 months old or 30 years old, they would love to help you too find fun in the water. We're back after this.
Hi, I'm Richard. As a professional soccer player, I know my recovery is as important as my training. That's why I visit North Spring as often as possible. Their treatments keep me ready to play.
North Spring. How do you feel now? Visit northspring.com and claim your introductory offer today.